What's going on, UltraSpinners? This is Rob from the UltraSpinners group tonight. Wanted to give you guys a quick look at the Space Explorer add-on kit for our modulator. These came out a few days ago, and we just want to give everybody a quick overview as to what to expect. So when you order your Space Explorer kit, what you're going to receive is a pair of hexagonal weights, a specially anodized half button. You will receive both screws that you need to mount the hexagonal weight panels, and you'll also receive the Allen wrench. Anytime that our kits require tools, we're going to make sure that they are included so that you have everything you need. And I've got a modulator here to show you the changeover. I also just want to give you a quick look at the brass buttons that we put out for the modulator. These came out about 2 weeks ago. They're really fantastic. Add some nice weight feel to the center of the modulator, and also a really great two-tone look across the whole body between the weights and the buttons. Same continued great spin performance with it. But onto the Space Explorer. So what you're going to do when you got your modulator, whether you've got brass attachments on it, the stainless steel orbs, or the original fully aluminum assembly, is you're going to take your wings off, your orbs off, and these just unscrew, and you're going to set it aside. And you're going to want to make sure you keep the O-ring with the collar. That's all included with the original modulator. Same thing on this side. We're going to take the brass weight off. And we're going to set that aside. And again, just make sure the O-ring stays behind, because that's going to help to keep those wings centered. And then you got the core of the modulator, and you're just going to take your buttons off. Now, for the purpose of looks, I mean, if you'd like to, you can use the brass buttons, but I'm going to set those aside. I'm going to bring in one of our stock aluminum concave buttons here. So you'll put the aluminum concave button in, and you will use the button here that comes with the kit. Now, I will suggest to people before you put this together, because the anodizing and the clear coat on the anodizing inside the threads, it can flake off just a very, very little bit, and that can impact your bearings. What I would suggest to everyone is that you just run this through a couple of times outside of it, blow it off real quick, and that way you don't get any debris in your bearing. Once you do it once, it's pretty much good to go. But just a little pro tip from somebody who's had some experience with this setup. So the button assembles just like all of our other buttons, threads on, and that'll eventually give you the really cool looking cockpit area. Now we can set that down for a second. Now you're going to notice on the wings that on one side there's a bevel, and on one side there's not. This side has a flat area. This side of the wing does have a bit of a dug-in beveled area, and that's the side where the screw head's going to go. So what you want to do to make your assembly easy is grab the screw, put it in the appropriate side, grab your arm collar, already thread that on, and then you just want to make sure that you start these threads properly. And once you got it going, turn that in just till it's about finger tight. You don't want to go nuts, because eventually you're going to have to center this up. Same thing on the other side. You're going to grab your wing, drop the screw down through, slip that collar on there so it looks like this with the O-ring in between, which will help that wing to stay stabilized. And you're going to thread this right into the modulator. But again, only about roughly hand tight. Now, what I found the easiest to do to make sure that you get these wings centered in the way you like them is set the modulator down on a table. This makes sure that the wings are even on an axis. And then you can just kind of get down there and look at it and make sure that those buttons are perpendicular to the ground. That way when it spins, it's going to spin evenly. Once you've got that in place, just grab a hold of your wrench. And just like with our cog attachment, you don't want to go too crazy with tightening. The core is aluminum. You can, potentially strip it out if you go nuts on it. But a little tension on it is all I found it needs. Just a nice little amount of tension on there, just to make sure those wings stay planted. And you're pretty much good to go. And then once the wings are on, oops, let me tighten that up just a smidgen more. Once you got that locked in real nice, your Space Explorer is complete, and you are now ready to take over the galaxy. It spins really nice. You're definitely not going to get the world's longest flicks out of this. It's not designed to be a super performance spinner, but it does spin nice. It spins very balanced. You get kind of a neat optical effect from the hex weight panels. At the same time, it looks awesome in the hand. It looks awesome on the desk. It is a little big for the pocket, but it's certainly fun. It gives you the ability to tinker around. You can play with it, you can spin it. As a fidget, it's fantastic. You can actually grip the side of the weights. And even though these weight panels are a little bit large, They fit through your hands very easily. The chassis is rather wide, and that does enable for a nice grip, which kind of naturally allows the panels to fit through, and you can spin away with it. About the only thing it doesn't do is table spin because of the design. But outside of that, really a lot of fun, very cool looking, a great piece of metal art. If you're a fan of certain sci-fi series out there, you can definitely appreciate this and have some fun with it. Gets compliments everywhere it goes with me, and I am a fan of one of those sci-fi series, so I really enjoy it. But that's your look at the Space Explorer modulator setup. Again, you can find these all on www.ultraspinners.com. To have the complete setup, you will need to purchase an original modulator or one of our special edition modulators if you want something with some color on it. And then you will have to purchase the Space Explorer kit as an add-on. Once you have it all together, you can assemble this. Then you can always change it back to the regular modulator form or include and swap out any of the other add-ons that we make. I hope you guys are having a great night. I hope you guys are enjoying spinning your modulators. And for those of you who haven't picked one yet, we hope to see you soon over in the UltraSpinners family. Thank you very much and have a great night.